Today's video is the traditional Tactics Tuesday video, analysing that horrendous Man United performance. But we also have a nice comparison to an older game that I think you'll hopefully all enjoy. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to The Golden Sky. Today it is Tuesday the 21st of October 2025. We are almost at Halloween and it couldn't be scarier right now for Liverpool Football Club. They have gone early on the scaries this year, let me tell you that much, for free. Yes, today it is Tuesday, so that means it is a tactics video. For those Liverpool fans brave enough to have clicked this video to watch the absolute shambles that we're about to get into, and let me tell you guys, it is as bad as you think it is. I have been through the clips that I'm going to show you, and you are going to be shocked. Let's put it that way. Or maybe you won't be, who knows? Maybe your expectations are equally on the floor as mine. But if you are joining me here on YouTube, thank you very, very much for doing so. Really, really do appreciate it. Drop a like on the video, comment away what you think to what I'm about to show you from that game, and also subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 200 subscribers, so if we can get a nice boost close to 200, that would be amazing and would really soften the blow of this tough time to be a Liverpool fan. Let's put it that way. I have had pelters this week from just about everybody I know who isn't a Liverpool fan, so yeah, it's been rough. I'm sure there'll be lots of non-Liverpool fans probably watching this video and reveling in it, so if you're one of those, let me know as well. But like always, we're going to go through clips of the game. So if you are on the podcast, thank you very much for listening, but you might want to come over to YouTube to watch this. And also, I'm going to give some comparisons to an old fixture to show you the level that you should be expecting from Liverpool and what we're seeing now. It really does highlight that even more. I thought that would be a nice addition to the video. So I hope you do all enjoy that. It might be a long one. I've got lots of clips to show you. So strap in, enjoy it, take it all in. Pause as much as you want and enjoy. Maybe look at the photos yourself. Let's not waste any further time. Let's start off with the first thing I want to show you today, which is going to be a clip from the game I'm talking about. It's going to be Liverpool versus Man United, but from 2022. This is the year we almost won the quadruple. If you remember, we played every single game this season. Lost the league on the final day, lost the Champions League final, won the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup. We beat Man United 4-0 at home in this fixture. And the first clip I'm going to show you from this game, I want to show you just the first minute, raw, uncut, and it's going to be a video as well. We're going to watch it together. I can show videos of this, I believe. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to just talk through what I think and what I'm seeing, and then we'll look at the first minute from the game on the weekend, and you'll see what I mean. So let's watch that to start the video off. Okay guys, so here is the clip. I'm just going to let it play. I'm going to talk over it as it plays, but here it is. It's a bit crazy footage at first, but it works itself out. So United have the kickoff, so let's just play it and watch. So they go long with the kickoff like many teams still do. It gets headed away. Immediately Mane smashes into Maguire. Henderson closes down, Salah closes down. They're forced to kick it long. They pick up the loose ball. Okay, fair enough. The ball's intercepted. It goes out for a throw. Do you see Mane straight away smashes into Maguire, lets him know he's there. He played up front in this match. United take the throw in. They try and settle things down. We're about to hit 30 seconds in. They throw the ball in. Look how tight Liverpool are around Pogba. He goes forward. Van Dijk wins the ball. Fabinho challenges for the ball. Matip wins it. Now look at the quality. One touch, one touch, one touch, one touch play. Henderson goes long. Okay, it's not the best ball, it's Henderson. But look, Robbo smashes into Wan-Bissaka. Concedes a throw-in. Now look at Jurgen Klopp. Ready to set the tempo. Straight to Robbo, no messing around. We're playing again. Look, Fabinho, showing for the ball. Liverpool are out. We're now about to hit a minute. Liverpool have control. There's been tackles that have gone in. We've spread the play around, switched it around. And now we're in the middle of possession of the ball. It's a brilliant, brilliant first minute. Good intensity from all the players. Good energy shown by the manager as well as the players. Look at the midfield three here. If I just point to Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, who was unbelievable in this match, by the way, probably his best game for Liverpool. Look at them moving as a unit together. You can clearly see the formation. And I just want to go back to when they take the throw in, just to show you this screenshot. And take this throw in here. This is our striker, Mane. This is our left winger, Luis Diaz. Look how close they are to United's midfielders. There's absolutely no space anywhere for Man United. Now that you've seen that, and feel free to replay that if you want to watch it again. I don't want to play it too many times because this video is going to be quite long otherwise. Let's look at the pictures of Liverpool's first minute against United from the weekend. And oh boy, be prepared. Okay, so similar situation. United have kickoff. It's the first minute of the game. They're going to kick it long. This time they go back to the goalkeeper to do so. But the ball is going over here where it did in the video. So Lamans does exactly that. Kicks the ball long. This time, it goes up for a Liverpool throw-in. So rather than a United throw-in, Liverpool actually have the ball. So United obviously want to squeeze over this side of the pitch. They don't want to let us out. Connor Bradley, from the moment this ball goes out of play, which is about 8 seconds into the game, takes 15 seconds to throw the ball in. Now just compare that to when Robbo took his throw-in that you saw in that first clip. Threw it almost instantly. And yes, it's on the other side of the pitch. Yes, United are able to squeeze over. But they take ages. Konate wants to go and get the ball here. Bradley runs to this ball here. There's just a lack of communication, a lack of, I don't know, intensity in the first seconds. It just slows the game right down. But I think that's a tactic from Liverpool, to not be too frantic. Anyway, he eventually throws the ball. It comes to McAllister here, who has a little bit of space, like we saw Pogba have for United. McAllister tries to kick it up the pitch, completely misses his kick, and it goes straight to Bruno Fernandes. So the first touch of the game for Liverpool is a mishit pass, and that really epitomised McAllister and Liverpool in this game. It's shocking, the quality that we have. Straight to Bruno Fernandes, and I want to look at the position of Liverpool's players. I understand we had the ball in this situation from the throw-in, but look how high Isak, Gakpo, Salah are. Look at this. So look at the space United are afforded. There's no one anywhere near here. It's wide open for them. They have so much time. Think of where Mane was when the ball was over here, and where Diaz were. They were here and they were here. No space allowed. The ball comes into Mbeumo because, like we said, he has all the time in the world. Compare this to when the ball went forward in that first minute for United, and Van Dijk came and smashed it and won the ball. I think it was off Rashford. Wins the ball, and they were. Then we saw the one-touch play from Henderson, from Mane, from Fabinho. Bit of quality that we had to get out and play, and the ball went long from Henderson. Now look again. Mbeumo has all the time in the world. There's no one anywhere near him. Casemiro has literally oceans of space around him. Isak is way too high. Salah is way too high. Gakpo is way too high. They should be right in here like this. So then if Casemiro does get the ball, they jump on him, they smash him, just like we saw Mane do. That's not what happens at all. Casemiro gets the ball. We're 30 seconds into the game. United have already knocked a few passes around. Look at the space he has. He's able to take a touch. Again, Isak nowhere near. Szoboszlai comes out to try and press, but we're too late. We're just chasing shadows already. Look at Dalot now. He's just in acres and acres of space. This is 1 minute in. Look at this. You can draw basically a, what's that, 30 yards of space around him. Salah nowhere near. Bradley nowhere near. It's just shambolic in the first 30 seconds to have all this time. It goes out to Dalot. Look, he's able to control the ball. Now Salah suddenly realises, oh, maybe I should be the one pressing here because Bradley can't go because Mason Mount's in this area. It's just disorganised. There's no compactness to our defending. There's no rhythm to our press. You saw how we moved as a unit. Think of like a harmonica, the way, or not a harmonica. What's it called? The instrument that flows like this. It's like an Italian instrument. The accordion. That's the one. How it flows. You know, when it's pulled apart, everything pulls apart. And when it pushed together, the team pushes together. We couldn't be less like that at the minute. We're so disjointed. It's unbelievable. 1 minute in. Now the ball gets played forward to Mason Mount. He has time to take a touch. Again, no one near him. Either Connor Bradley should be smashing him, Konate should be smashing him. This is Man United in the first minute at Anfield. They should not be having this time on the ball. And you might think it's a minor thing. Sure, we don't concede in the first minute every game. but it's the premise. You see the difference. Mason Mount's able to turn, plays the ball out to Dalot. Still no challenge from the Liverpool player, not even one. They've been able to just manipulate this ball from when they won it, all the way to the left wing. Eventually, the ball gets forced back, not by a Liverpool tackle. Dalot just plays this back, and then they end up going backwards. It's just negative play from United. They're not ready to just, swing this in. Again, it's the first minute of the game. They go back to Lamans. We press up okay. We're actually in an okay position here. Szoboszlai's doing okay. And he is by far our best presser, by the way. They can't get this ball into Casemiro because Szoboszlai's there. He's cutting off this passing lane too. So Lamans goes long, and that was the tactic for United. No messing around at the back. Go long. Totally respectful tactic away at Anfield. You can't complain about it. If you're on a slot, you can't complain. If you're a Liverpool fan, you can't complain. The ball goes long. Just look at the chaos. Look at the chaos the first long ball the game causes. Here's Ibrahima Konate going for the header on a ball that Van Dijk is already saying is his. Van Dijk's yelling at him. You can see both arms are out. This is my ball. McAllister, completely ball watching. What he's doing in this situation, I have no idea at all. Why he stood so close to defenders, I don't know. He should be here, ready to receive the ball from the header, ready to screen United's midfielders, who are all completely free, by the way, for the second ball, which they were all game. Van Dijk tells Konate to back off, so he backs off. Van Dijk wins the header, as he should do against Mbeumo. Look at United's players. Look, I think this is Cunha. This is Bruno Fernandes, completely free in the middle. No one anywhere near. Szoboszlai's wrong side because of his press. Gravenberch is ball watching. McAllister's ball watching. Just terrible. The ball gets headed all the way back. Now Maguire. Isak's offside because he pressed the goalkeeper, so he can't challenge. Maguire gets a free header. Look at Luke Shaw. He's telling Maguire, loads of time. Loads of time, Harry. Don't worry. He could head this wide if he wants. He could just knock it down to Casemiro. He could even take a touch. But he plays safe. Heads the ball back long, as we saw. The ball goes back long. Now look at McAllister here. McAllister's here. Again, this ball's going to go to Van Dijk. Why on earth McAllister goes back into this header, I have not got a clue. There's no way Van Dijk didn't shout for the ball. He, again, should have pushed forward, faced the play, ready to receive the header or challenge Bruno Fernandes, like we saw Fabinho do, Henderson do, in the first minute of that game when United briefly had the ball for a split second. He doesn't, and as a result, he gets clattered by Van Dijk. Obviously, we've got the three blind mice ref in the game, so apparently he can't see this. He's looking directly at it, so he's a liar. Let's make that abundantly clear. Now McAllister's dead on the ground. Again, the referee completely looking at the play. You could argue he's looking at Bruno Fernandes, but he can see this out the corner of his eye. McAllister's already grabbing hold of his head because he's just been 12-6 elbowed in the back of his neck, right? He doesn't blow the whistle. He's a knobhead, we know that. Doesn't matter. It's so bad from Liverpool, the reaction. Look at the body language of the players. Look, Gakpo on his heels. Szoboszlai's sort of ready to press, not really. Gravenberch on his heels. Okay. The ball goes wide to Amad Diallo. McAllister's now dead. The referee is actually looking, by the way, but that's a whole other point. Again, you could argue he's looking out here, but there's no way his peripheral vision's that bad that he can't see that. I'm sorry. But we're actually, if you look at the goal scorer here, Mbeumo, we're not really in danger, are we? I mean, yes, Amad's got Kirkes one-on-one, sure, but if Van Dijk just runs back, if Gravenberch runs back with Mbeumo, we're fine. Obviously, that's not what happens. We're still 1 minute in, by the way. We're still less than a minute into the game. This goal is scored basically bang on a minute and 1 second. Now look, Mbeumo has just legged off Gakpo. Sorry, it's Gakpo in this last picture, not Gravenberch. Legs off Gakpo, no tracking. Okay, fair enough, Gakpo's left winger. It's Van Dijk's fault. Konate was A, told by Van Dijk for some reason, and also B, recognises the danger that this ball is coming round here, so he comes on the cover, because Virgil van Dijk is just jogging back. I have no idea why, just a lack of intensity, a lack of effort. The ball comes into Mbeumo. Konate's never going to be able to get across in time. He scores, we know that. That's the first minute. Compare that to what we saw, where Liverpool get a hold of the game. Nothing special, particularly. They get a hold of the game, they get a hold of the ball, they put tackles in, they make challenges. Even if they don't win the ball, they put the body in. They let United know it's not easy. United made, 5 5 or 6 passes, they won second balls, and they score a goal all inside 1 minute. It's shocking from Liverpool, and it's not even tactical. This is nothing to do with tactics, guys. I know we call this Tactics Tuesday. This is nothing to do with tactics. This is just effort. This is being switched on. This is intensity or lack thereof. It's just maybe a confidence thing, disorganisation. I could go on and on and on. It's shambolic. Let's look a little bit more at Van Dijk's defending, because this is tactical, you could argue. Again, McAllister dead on the floor. He becomes Michael Phelps soon, or Maka Phelps later in the game. Kirkes is not close enough to Ahmad, you could argue as well. That's maybe something he should be looking at. Why on earth Virgil van Dijk is pointing towards Konate here, I do not know. I cannot understand. On the TV, they said in the commentary booth that maybe he was telling Konate to get Mbeumo, that he was his man. I don't think he's even seen Mbeumo here, because Mbeumo is directly behind him. Van Dijk's a good defender, but he's not got eyes in the back of his head. And you can see he's pointing. I think he's actually pointing to Konate to sell him to Mark Cunha. I think he's saying, look, Cunha's coming. You know, he's going to make this run. You need to match it as well. But he just fails completely to understand the fact that Bryan Mbeumo is hungrier, is more intense, is more ready to get into this position than our defender. And that is alarming. Mbeumo does, and all of a sudden, Van Dijk, maybe he doesn't see him again. He's looking at the ball now. You can see just barely he's looking at the ball. Able to get round. The ball actually goes more this way from Ahmad. So Konate has no chance to get his body in. And they score. It's shocking. So, now let's look at Liverpool's build-up in the first 5 minutes. Because if you thought it was going to get better, well, you'd be severely mistaken. This is the worst game of build-up we've had all year. And I watched us against Crystal Palace. I watched us against Galatasaray. I watched us against Chelsea. This is the worst by far. I just can't understand our tactics. Van Dijk has the ball at the back, and I want you to pay close attention to everything that happens here in the position of all our players. Conor Bradley is heading out to right back. Okay, fair enough. He just recovered the ball. That's fine. Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, sort of where they should be. Where is McAllister? Where is he? Remember the first clip from the first minute of the game? We saw Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago in this triangle moving together as a unit. Where is Alexis McAllister? He should be here. He just should be. This is not an Alexis McAllister problem, by the way. Arne Slot has told Alexis McAllister to play like this. That's a fact. That's a 100% fact, because Alexis McAllister is not a striker, so he wouldn't actually go and stand up front. So I want to make that clear. Whenever I criticise McAllister's positioning, it's not a knock on McAllister per se. It's talking about what Arne Slot made him do in this game. Maybe it's not even Arne Slot. Maybe it's some sort of tactical coach we've got, but they need a long, hard look at themselves. The ball goes to Konate. Now, I felt so bad for Konate in this game. Not only was his defending good, but he had 0 passing options pretty much 90% of the game. He's got one here, Gravenberch. Other than that, nothing. He's got nothing. Bradley's not in a position to receive it wide. Salah's nowhere to be seen. He's hiding over here. Here's McAllister. He's appeared. Why is he stood here? I have no idea. He should be stood here. Then if the ball does come to Gravenberch, maybe it can be popped off. Maybe it can go out wide to Kirkes then. We can play. Maybe Konate can miss him out. Maybe Konate can find McAllister here. What Konate can never do is float a ball over here like this to McAllister, because De Ligt will smash him. He's 2 foot tall. It's ridiculous. Szoboszlai's hiding. There's no way he can get the ball around here. There's a full wall of United players. He needs to get himself here, or even better, out here. So, Konate gives the ball to Gravenberch. Again, just look at McAllister. He's stood right on the last line, basically playing a 4-2-4 at this point, or sort of a 3-1-5-6, whatever you want to, I don't even know. It's just, it makes no sense. He's never going to get the ball here. It's pointless him standing here. It just depletes our passing options completely. The ball goes to Gravenberch. Now, this is what my coaches, when I played for different clubs when I was younger, I'm talking academy clubs, would tell me if the centre-back passed me the ball and I immediately passed it in back without even checking what was behind me, which Gravenberch doesn't do here, they would call that an I don't want it pass. That's what they call it. Now, that's not necessarily what I'd maybe call this from Gravenberch. It's not a case of I don't want it. It's a case of he's being pressed and he's in a situation where he can't have it. But he passes this straight back to Konate because he doesn't want it here. And Konate maybe shouldn't have given it, but he has no other option. Otherwise, he kicks it long. United have pushed up nicely. They're in a nice high line. By the way, United are all dead slow. So I want to see runs like this. Didn't make any, really, except for one Isak made. We nearly scored. The ball goes back to Konate. It has to go back to Mamardashvili. They're able to then... The ball goes back to Konate. It then goes back to Mamardashvili, who then kicks it long. It actually turns out into a decent ball, but it's pure luck. And we shouldn't be having our goalkeeper create our attacks from this position. It's shocking build-up. Okay, next one. That's just a little bit of our build-up from deep. Let's look at it from a little bit further up the pitch now. So we've forced United back a little bit. They're not as high. Remember, they were here sort of before the defence. Now they're a little bit further back. They're in their 5. Oh, this is actually... Maguire is the 5. He's pushing on because he's the middle centre-back. He doesn't want to let our midfielders get the ball. They're in their 5-4-1. Arne Slot spoke about this after the game. I think it's ludicrous for him to criticise United or be anyway surprised by United doing this. Of course they're going to do this. It makes no sense. They play the same way every single game. Same formation. Excuse me. Of course they're going to set up defensively at Anfield. They did it last year. Exactly the same. And got a draw. This time they got a win. So, Konate passes the ball to Van Dijk. Van Dijk then passes the ball out to Kerkez. Now, look at McAllister. Again, this position just makes no sense. He's making a run in behind. Honestly, not the worst run in the world, to be honest. If Kerkez is able to, play this ball over here, maybe if his name was Trent Alexander-Arnold, he could do that. But it's not. This is not Kerkez's game whatsoever. Having Kerkez stand in the middle of his attacking third, trying to play passes round, is not Kerkez's game. It makes no sense. You want Kerkez bombing down the wing like this. So, McAllister's never going to be able to receive the ball, so here comes Gravenberch, our only midfielder, wanting the ball, getting on it. Here he is. Now, this is where you criticise Gravenberch. He has all the time in the world here. All the time in the world. His passing range is not good enough, and he doesn't have the tempo ability. He doesn't have the ability to be able to control the tempo of a game through his passing. That's a criticism of him. He's a great player. He does a lot of good things well. He doesn't do that. That's something that's not in his locker, and I'm not sure it ever will be. He doesn't have that sort of... Sometimes you just watch a player and you can tell they've got that sort of genetic... People call it pauser. I don't really like saying that, but that sort of rhythm in the game. They know when to play. They know how fast to dictate. Thiago had it. Pedri had it. I talk about Pedri a lot. He's an unbelievable player. You got the midfielders at PSG, all 3 of them, Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, João Neves. They all know how. Rodri knows how. These players, they just know. They have the ability to do it. Gravenberch doesn't. And what he misses here is 2 good runs. So Isak makes a good run in here. Gravenberch has got to find him, maybe. Okay, that one doesn't come off. Then Salah makes a good run. It's actually a typical Salah run out to win. If Gravenberch has got the ability, can he... It's a tough pass, but can he knock it over the top without the loop in the middle? Excuse me, can he knock it over the top? It's a tough ball. But what Salah's run also does is it opens up all this room for Conor Bradley. So now can Gravenberch knock the ball out here? He just doesn't see these passes, or he doesn't have the confidence in himself to be able to make them. So he just doesn't do it. It's not good enough. Again, look at Szoboszlai and McAllister holding each other's hand. Gakpo as well, you can include. Why Gakpo is stood here, I have no idea. Get him wide. Kerkez is actually in a good position for once. But there's no way Gravenberch can get the ball into Szoboszlai or into McAllister where they are. They're just screened out the game. De Ligt's super high. There's no danger whatsoever of them stood there. It doesn't make any sense. So he keeps hold of the ball. At this point now, my coaches would be saying, they'd be yelling. They used to yell this all the time at any club I was at. Too many touches to any player who basically took more than 3 or 4 touches on the ball at any one time. Doesn't matter who they were. If you were touching the ball too much, they'd be yelling too many touches. It just invites pressure. The team know, look at all our players. We've got 3 players offside because they've just made runs. Gravenberch hasn't seen them. McAllister and Szoboszlai never going to be able to receive the ball here whatsoever. This is not only tactical, but on them, they have to make passing angles. Bradley's made his run, wasn't found. Now Gravenberch is stuck. He can only go back, which he does. And now you can see he's telling somebody over here something. I'm sorry, Ryan, that's on you a little bit, mate. You've got to release the ball. You've got to be more confident. And sure, mate, these lot over here actually gave you decent runs. Now McAllister comes to life. He actually comes off the lick. He's actually in a decent position here. If Van Dijk plays this ball, because Mbermo's stuck, he has to either go to Kirkes or screen this pass. Okay, McAllister actually makes a decent movement here. Van Dijk plays the ball to Gravenberch. It goes straight back where it was. He takes too long to play it to Kirkes, too long to play it to McAllister. United shuffle across. It goes to Gravenberch. Kirkes has now moved inside into the McAllister position. McAllister now where Kirkes is. Szoboszlai's been stood here the whole move. There's just no movement. There's nothing for Gravenberch to pass to once again. So now he tries the pass that he was just pointing to us and that he should have made earlier. You see Bradley's telling him, look, I want it in here. And this ball is on, by the way. Maybe if he had a better passing range, because he tries it and the ball goes out of play. It's not even close. Look where it lands. It's not even close. Look at the body language. Kirkes, he's asking for the ball. I don't know why. How Gravenberch is ever going to be able to get the ball in here, I have no clue. Or maybe he's just frustrated. I don't really know. Szoboszlai is saying something. It's just shocking build-up. There's no fluidity, no rhythm whatsoever. And to show you fluidity and rhythm, we're now going to go and watch the second clip from our game in 2022. Let's go and check this out. Okay, so what we're seeing here, 4 minutes into the game. So similar time to the situations we just watched in the 2025 game from the weekend. Now we're watching Liverpool 4 minutes in. We score a goal from here, okay? Just watch our build up, watch our midfield, watch how available they constantly are for the ball. Just watch, it's a brilliant goal. So Van Dijk has the ball, Thiago's asking for it, gets on it, draws some pressure. Look how calm he is. No real press from United, sure. He's walking forward. Again, look at McAllister, not even looking at the ball, just running forward. Not even got any intention to look where the ball is, just running forward. Konate dawdles on the ball, gives it to Van Dijk because he's got no one to pass it to. Van Dijk walking with the ball, walking. McAllister's never going to be able to get the ball here because as soon as this ball comes in, if it doesn't get intercepted, De Ligt's going to smash him. So the ball goes to Kirkes and then inside to Szoboszlai. It does go out to Kirkes first, but I cut that out. Now, Szoboszlai tries to pass Gravenberch, should have played before, and it works. Bradley makes a good run to give him some credit, makes some space for Salah. The ball goes out to Salah, and this is where we just see lack of quality from Salah. Instead of controlling it properly, he miscontrols it, the ball goes behind him, and that invites Dalot to be able to come and press, which he does. Dalot wins the ball, and now this just makes me really annoyed, to be honest. This isn't even tactics, this is just lack of effort, lack of understanding of the fixture from these players. Two players around Dalot. Dalot wins the ball, you can see, wins the tackle. Now we've got close-up camera, but the ball goes to Mason Mount, no one's near him. Again, two Liverpool players. He's got all the time in the world. There's no real challenge here from either of these two players. They're just near him. They're not really affecting him. They're just close to him. Mason Mount can play the ball inside. It comes to Bruno Fernandes. You can see where Mount's just passed it to. Szoboszlai's too late. No one's anywhere near. McAllister's not doing anything. He's not even close to anybody. Bruno Fernandes has all the time in the world. Just be able to pop this ball out wide to Ahmad. Now, he has all the time in the world. Again, this is at Anfield, right? It's good play from United, sure, but there's just no tackling. There's no fight. It's just so weak all over the pitch from Liverpool. Ahmad plays the ball forward. It goes to Dalot. Now, he actually takes a bad touch on this. So, now we've got a chance. Maybe we can break. So, Bradley gets the ball. You're thinking, this is a good situation. Get this one to Salah. Maybe play it inside. We can actually break ourselves. Now, this is where just decision-making is just shocking. Bradley just dawdles up the line, takes ages, and eventually gets smashed into the crowd by Mason Mount, whose body is made out of paper mache. Mason Mount is smashing people into the crowd at Anfield. This is what Liverpool should be doing. This is what Liverpool should be doing. Remember when Dalot had the ball on the side? He should be smashed. I'm sorry, it's true. I'm not one of these people who's like, you know, it's all heart and desire, but this is heart and desire, or lack thereof. This isn't even anything to do with formation or anything like that when we're out of possession. This is just United simply wanting the game more, and they did, I think, in the first half at least. So we move on. Now, I won't rag on Liverpool the whole half. This bit was actually good. We win the ball. Szoboszlai, decent bit of play. Finds Salah, a nice forward pass quick. Salah's took up a nice area and give Salah some credit. This is a really, really quality ball. He was shocking in this game, but this ball is really, really quality, and it shows what we can do if we just put things together for a split second. It's a good counter-attack. Salah finds Gakpo, he takes a good touch inside, he hits this, it hits the post, it's really unlucky, it should be a goal, and another day it goes in and the game's different, but it doesn't. I did just want to put it in though, just to show sometimes we can still do some good stuff, even amongst all the absolute nonsense that you're seeing elsewhere, like this. Now, Bruno Fernandes, or this is Cunha actually on the ball here, Bruno Fernandes in acres of space in the middle of the pitch. Again, no one anywhere near. Gravenberch easily ran round. Look at our defensive line. What on earth is going on? What on earth? Why are these two so high? Why are these two so deep? What are we doing? It's just bananas. Why is McAllister stood here? They don't even have a striker. This is their striker. What are you screening? Get over here. Like, oh. Okay. The ball goes wide to Ahmad. Again, he's got all the time in the world. Now, he can just dribble into the box. Look where he's able to get to. He dribbles right into the box. McAllister, again, ball watching. No appreciation for who he should be marking. Same with Gravenberch. No appreciation. They just ran back, followed the ball into their own box. Okay, good, they ran back. But they've got to be aware of what's happening around them. Bruno Fernandes strolls onto this ball, and he should bury it. And he would bury it most of the time. He's a quality player, whether you like him or not. And we're so lucky he doesn't. He hits the post from the shot. I don't know if I put the clip in. I did, actually. Look where he's able to shoot from. It's alarming. Our defence is shambolic. The defensive line that we saw, how Ahmad is able to just get in behind because our defence is all skew-if. Honestly, they're about as straight as a roundabout at the back. It's ridiculous. Now, next one. Again, more from United in the first half. Now Mbeumo down this right-hand side. Okay, this time, he's running at Van Dijk. Look at McAllister again. It's so bad from McAllister this first half. McAllister, he's got Cunha. Okay, I want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on the position. Look at where they are. McAllister is ahead of Cunha. You can see him. Now look. Cunha has legged past McAllister. And yeah, McAllister isn't the fastest player in the world. We know that. But he's got to do more. He's got to match this run. He's got to get his body across. He just can't let this come across. Which it does. Mamardashvili spills it. Mason Mount almost scores in an open goal. It's shocking from Liverpool. It's honestly so bad. Another one now. McAllister involved again. This time it's not his fault. Gakpo passes him this ball. Can you believe it? With United able to close him down. Look at the intensity of United again. You know, it's bad when you're saying United are so much more intense than you. Again, this isn't really even tactics, guys. This is just shocking. It's what it is. Casemiro comes in, smashes McAllister as soon as he gets the ball. We all ragdoll Casemiro saying he's past it, he's got no legs. It's all true. But did we even make him look the slightest bit exposed in this game, apart from when he got his yellow card and had to be taken off right at the end of his cameo? No, we didn't. I didn't even notice he was hardly on the pitch because it was easy peasy for him. He wins the ball here. It goes to Bruno Fernandes. No challenge, no one's anywhere near. Our midfield is just so disjointed. Look, here it is. It's just massively out of sync. Bruno gets the ball, loads and loads of time. What do you want to do, Bruno? Take your time. This is a quality player. Just let him have the ball in the middle of the pitch. No problem. Oh, yeah, I'll just slide this one in behind. Again, what is our defensive line? It literally makes no sense. Why is Konate so deep? Why is Van Dijk so high? It's just no organisation. I do not understand. The ball goes through. Now, Kirkes actually recovers well, makes a good block. And the ball sort of goes over here. You might remember this one. This is when United nearly get a couple chances. Nearly score a couple chances. The ball goes right here. Just look at our players. Just look at them. This really fucked me off when I was rewatching the game. Just look at the players. Look at Konate stood still. Kirkes is lying on the floor after making his tackle. Gravenberch is just stood there on his heels. McAllister has got his hands on his swimming cap. Right? He can't even believe it. Van Dijk has just stood there on his heels watching. I mean, honestly, do I have to say anything else? Do I even have to point out why this is bad? Not a single one with any intention to run back and help the situation. It's so bad. The body language is so bad. It's not acceptable. I'm sorry, this is not acceptable. Look, Mamardashvili wins the ball. It goes to Mason Mount. Now look at our players. Van Dijk suddenly, oh shit, I need to get back. Kirkes, oh shit, I need to get up. Gravenberch, oh shit, I need to close him down. McAllister, oh shit, I need to run back. It's shocking. Honestly, it's shocking. Mount has the shot. Mamardashvili makes a decent save. Okay, he's getting peppered. Look at the body language. Kirkes on his heels. Van Dijk slowing down. McAllister on his heels. Canate stood still like a deer in the headlights. The ball goes to Cunha. But not only does it go to Cunha, he has all the time in the world. No one closes him down. Kirkes doesn't get close enough. Everyone's just chilling. Cunha can just take his time, plays it to Dalot. Dalot gets a free shot. Look, no one's close to him. You could lay this back to Mason Mount if he wants. No one's close to him. They've just nearly scored twice, by the way. Nearly scored twice, and this is still happening. He actually completely misses the ball, Dalot. Completely misses it. I don't know if I put the clip in. I didn't. He completely misses the ball. He actually managed to keep hold of it. He actually managed to miss the ball and still maintain the attack and United keep possession. It's just not acceptable. It's just not. So let's have a little palate cleanser and go and watch Liverpool again from 2022. Another little clip I've got to show you to just be the complete opposite to what you've seen in those last few from Liverpool. Let's go and watch it. So again, Liverpool here building up against United. United in a pretty similar position to the way they were against us on the weekend. They've got their defenders at the back and they've got the midfield. They've not got 5 at the back here. In fact, I think they actually might have. Yeah, they have, because Wan-Bissaka, you can see here, is actually part of this back 5. So they are actually playing pretty much the exact same way they played against us on the weekend. But watch how differently we set up against it and how we build up. Just watch Thiago. Ball goes to Thiago, opens up his body. It's unbelievable play. It's honestly unbelievable. When I watched this game back, in making this video, I was smiling my head off watching this. I didn't even remember how good we were. So, second half now we're going to go into. So, here is Mohamed Salah with the, but I put it in again to show we weren't always bad in this game. We were just very bad for most of it. Now, here's when things change a little for Liverpool and things started to get a little bit better. And it's no coincidence that Curtis Jones is on the pitch, that Florian Wirtz is on the pitch, that Hugo Ekitike is on the pitch. Now, Chiesa comes on soon as well, and we can put him in that same bracket. And Frimpong to a lesser extent, because he only got a couple of minutes at the end. So look at Jones. Straight away, first thing, the ball is actually here. You can't see it. It's sort of in between Jones and Fernandes. Soon as he's on, makes a tackle. Soon as he's on, what did we see in the first half? Gravenberch, way off the pace. McAllister, way off the pace. Szoboszlai, not really on the pace at all. Terrible performance in the midfield. Jones straight away wins the ball, comes to Wirtz. This is tempo control. Runs forward with the ball until the last second when Dalot must press. So Wirtz releases the ball at the right time. It's tempo control. Kirkes, this is how he should be used. Bombs up the pitch, puts a great ball in. It's really dangerous. It finds its way to Salah. Look, he's cut all of these players out. This is just painful to rewatch. It really is. Compare how sharp Salah was in that clip that we just seen. Not just with his goal, but the touch on the wing, the link-up play. Just look at him here. Touch comes off his sort of midsection. It's not a great touch, but he still has time. You know, he can volley it, he can place it, he can do anything. It takes ages. He's not confident. Now, when he does decide to shoot, look, if he just rolls this ball here to Florian Wirtz, it's a tap-in. It's an absolute tap-in. It's a gift. But he doesn't. He tries this weird sort of outside of the foot, half volley. The ball goes here. It doesn't even go close to the goal to going in. He's never going to score with this technique. He has to do this. It's just never going to happen. The goalkeeper's on top of him. Isak's there as well. You know, he can just roll it inside. It's so frustrating. He doesn't even look. We missed a chance. But now I wanted to highlight some of the subs and why some of these players must play tomorrow against Frankfurt. They just must play. So Ekitike, he's received this ball from Wirtz, and look, first thought in his mind, drives at the defence, runs forward, gets into the box, cuts inside, really emphatic, sharp play, lets off a shot aiming for this far corner. Okay, it goes a little bit wide. It's close though. And it's more than we saw from any of our attackers that aren't called Cody Gakpo in this entire game. Look, he could even play Mr. Salah. It's not necessarily his game, but he's just making things happen. Next clip this time. Now it's Jones's turn. Picks the ball up deep. Nothing really on. We saw Gravenberch in this same position. Again, we're pushing for a goal now, but our tactics make no sense. Kirkes is stood sort of in this underlapping area. Gakpo's wide now, that's good. But look, Chiesa, sort of number 10. Ekatike, sort of striker, Salah. It's just all over the place. No real formation. Jones drives forward, beats a few men, gets to the edge of the box, has a shot. It's feeble, sure, but I just appreciate the effort, honestly. I just appreciate the drive, the want to make stuff happen. It's brave. Now, next one. Van Dijk makes a good tackle, to be fair to him. Probably his best part of the game. Makes a good tackle. Chiesa also, you see, tracking back. It falls to Ekatike. Love a little bridge around Dorgu. He does really well. And I want to show the subs linking up here. He keeps the ball nice and composed. Comes inside now. Able to dribble with confidence. Comes inside. Maybe he should pass it. Doesn't. Goes sort of into a bit of trouble. But who comes out with the ball? Who wins it? Florian Wirtz wins it. It's an absolute travesty that he was on the bench for so long in this game. Now look, Chiesa alive. Wirtz alive. Chiesa gets the ball. Does the right thing. First time across the box. Really dangerous area. Gakpo scores. And it's 1-1. And from there, we should really have kicked on. Let's go and look at Liverpool again from 2022 to see some more brilliance. So this time it's a little bit of a different clip. It is our third goal, but it's actually I want to highlight the intensity of Liverpool everywhere all over the pitch. This is United with the ball. Look at our defensive shape. It's really, really good. We've got the striker up front. We're in a nice 4 at the back. It's flat as well. We've not got 2 players here and 2 players here. 4-5-1, you can see Fabinho's job is to push up on the midfielder, even though he's the holding player. Push up, we're in a nice midfield 5. Nice and set, 2-0, defending the lead really, really well. Because we've got ourselves in a good position to be able to do so. So, United try and play. Look how alive Robbo is. Wins the ball, brilliant from Robbo. This is really top performance from Robbo. Drives forward, finds Luis Diaz. Look now, Mane, great movement, clinical, 3-0. Just like that. Alright, so last few clips from the game. This is all going to lead to Man United's winning goal. So they're going to be painful to look at. But I just want to show some of the absolute stupidity of our decisions in these last minutes after we score. We've scored a goal. Everyone's buzzing. Szoboszlai does really well here. Wins a free kick. And he decides, instead of waiting, because he's so pumped up. The players are so like, oh, we've got to win. We've got to win. And I appreciate that. And he decides he doesn't want to wait 5 seconds to let United run back a bit and play. He belts this ball at Dorgu. Now, Dorgu's not 10 yards. Obviously, he's about 2. And Michael Oliver lets this happen. The ball goes out for a throw-in, and he gives a throw-in. I don't know how that's possible. But as we know, he's an absolute prat in the middle. Szoboszlai wants a yellow card. We take the throw-in, but here's what happens. So now, what we actually see is more quality from our subs. We get ourselves here, stupid from Szoboszlai, not the last thing he'll do that was stupid in this game. Wirtz shows for the ball, hooks it round the corner. Remember, McAllister tried to do this earlier in the game, completely mishit it. This time, Wirtz does it properly. Chiesa, on the chest, round the corner himself to Salah. You see the subs linking up. Salah plays the ball inside to Szoboszlai. Now Wirtz gets the ball again. He's moved right up from where he was, back on the ball. Checking his shoulder, he's already aware that he's getting pressed. So what does he do? Flicks the ball around the corner for Chiesa, completely takes Ugarte out the game in one touch. Chiesa gets forward, drives Liverpool on, has a tackle with Luke Shaw, wins it. The ball comes to Salah, we get a throw in. Now, look at the crowd. Look at everyone. Everyone's buzzing, you can see fans celebrating, clapping, fist pumping, there's smiles. Everyone's like, come on, here we go, because these players, Wirtz, Chiesa, making tackles, like, bringing some energy to the game. It creates this atmosphere. This is what we're missing. They have to be playing. Chiesa especially, I'm sorry. At what he has done to only deserve 10 minutes here and there in every game, I will never understand. Now, Szoboszlai again. Utterly stupid, this one. This one directly leads to the goal. We have a throw-in near the halfway line. We're about 3 minutes in. There's no danger here whatsoever. He can throw this to Wirtz if he's quick, and Wirtz can hook it up the pitch again like he tried to do before, but he takes ages to take the throw in, okay? And he decides to throw it to Mamardashvili. I don't know why. Why doesn't he just throw this up the line? I will never, ever understand. He throws it all the way back here to Mamardashvili, and Burma almost gets it, so Mamardashvili has to kick it long. I think it falls to Fernandez and ends up at the feet of Sheshko. He plays the ball through to Cunha, and Szoboszlai has to desperately try and defend it. He does, and United win a corner. Now, they obviously then score from this corner, so that's why in the ratings I said Szoboszlai's at fault for the goal, because it's his utterly ridiculous throw-in that caused it. Liverpool switch off, unbelievably. We switch off from a set-piece again. They play a short one to Mbermo. It's not even that short, it's one along the ground to Mbermo. He's completely free, Salah's too late. He's able to have a shot. The ball hits Chiesa, I think, in the chest. Comes out to Fernandez. Gets a bit lucky that it comes out to Fernandez. But just look at our players again. Van Dijk is pointing towards the back post. He's aware there's danger here at the back post. If you look, we've got players here. We've got Jones here. We've got Gakpo here, right? Marking Maguire. But look at them here. Gakpo's off. He's off up front. This is not good enough. He's off up front. Look at Jones. He was off up front, but he's now realised, shit, I need to run back. Szoboszlai's got Maguire, but he's off up front. They're so desperate to win the game. There's no management of it in the brain to think, well, we best defend this first. This is the same against Palace. The exact same thing. The ball comes into the box. Now look, Jones, Szoboszlai, nowhere to be seen near the ball. Cannot do anything. Gakpo's miles out his box. These were the three at the back post. Maguire's free, heads it in the net, and that was the end of the game. And I'm not going to show any more from this because it's fucking horrible. What I am going to show, to not leave a bad taste in your mouth, is Liverpool's fourth goal from 2022. So again, what we see is Liverpool pressing, Robbo specifically, unbelievable from him. Pressing the ball. Here it comes. Let's play the clip. They get the ball, Robbo, really tight, 84th minute, 3-0 up, really tight. Here's Jota, God rest his soul, on the ball. Great ball through to Salah. Confidence, little chip. It's brilliant. It's 4-0, top quality, top play. Do you see the difference? Do you see how cohesively we worked? I know it's not necessarily the same clip that we just watched us trying to defend, but just the intensity. We're 3-0 up here, still not giving them a sniff. And I'll show you that even more looking at the stats from those two games right now. So last thing I'm going to show you today is the comparison from the two games that we've been looking at today. So on the left, you've got your 21-2022 game. On the right, 25-26, obviously. You can see possession, not that dissimilar really. We had more of it in 21-22, 72% compared to 64%, but the point is we're still dominant on the ball. The XG, okay, we actually generated more XG in 25-26, 2.75, which is a lot, by the way, than we did in 21-22. You can look at that and say, wow, that's good. We're making more chances. But we're so not clinical. Gakpo hit the post multiple times, missed a free header. Salah's missing chances from not far out. We're not clinical enough. You see how ruthless we were in that game, the goals I showed you. We're so ruthless. Look at United's XG. 0.1 in 21-22. 1.34 in 25-26. That's a massive problem. We're giving up XG and chances from no ball possession easily every single game we play. Look at the shots, that shows it even more. We had more shots in 25-26, 19 compared to 14, 6 on target compared to 5. We even had 5 big chances compared to 4. Now 4 big chances, 4 goals in 21-22, 5 big chances, 25-26, 1 goal. United, 21-22, 2 shots, 1 on target, 0 big chances. Total domination from Liverpool. Didn't give them a sniff. 25-26, 12 shots, 4 on target, 5 big chances. 5. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. There's so much wrong at the minute with Liverpool. I'd need 2 hours to show you rather than 1. Big chances missed from United. 3. 3! Oh, unbelievable. And then the passes. This is also quite eye-opening, I thought. United, very similar numbers. 260 in 21-22. 200 in 25-26. They played much more long balls in 25-26. But look at Liverpool's. We talk so much with Arne Slot about he wants the ball, he wants to kill them with passes. Well, he made 408 passes in this game. It sounds like a lot. It's not at all. In 21-22, we played 818, double the amount of passes. And what does that mean? Well, that means that we're using our possession so much better. The tempo is better. The ball is zipping around the pitch, basically twice as fast as it was on the weekend's game. The players are completely stuck in our team at the minute. You saw Gravenberch, you saw Konate, you saw Van Dijk have no one to pass the ball to because they don't have any passing options. Because McAllister and Szoboszlai, the midfielders, are stood up front. It's so bad. It's a multitude of issues. We're going to leave it there for today. I think I've highlighted enough. So guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you did enjoy a little bit of something different to the tactics video. Let me know if you did enjoy it in the comments below. If you'd like to see more comparisons from old games, I really enjoyed diving into it and watching some of that back. It was nicer than watching the game from the weekend back, that's for sure. And if you'd ever like to rewatch an old game, with me, maybe I can do a live stream or something along those lines. If that's something you'd like, then, drop that in the comments as well. But do like the video as well. Let me know you've enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get to 200 subscribers, guys. If you watched this video and you enjoyed any part of it, click subscribe, because there's going to be loads more. And the way we're going, there's going to be more sort of criticism style videos of Liverpool. So if you enjoy that, that's your thing, click subscribe. Let's try and get to 200 subscribers. We play Frankfurt tomorrow. I am dreading it, I will be honest. I will do ratings tomorrow after the game, so look forward to those. Until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to go play five-a-side and forget about this game forever. Hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Speak to you tomorrow. Goodbye.